The home debut for this team and the home debut for the rookie MP. He'll have his chance to make a lasting first impression here in just a moment as this stadium gets ready to rock. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their rotation.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be tough, but they've got to hold strong.
Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. They've got D'Angelo Russell. Trendon Watford is out there with Williams. Then it's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Thomas in at the 2 spot. And for Orlando, on the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Banchero out there with Goga Bitadze. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. Well, if you've followed MP on his path to the NBA, you know the one criticism of his game is that he can defer too often, Grant.
And at times,
teams that are very focused on the youth movement.
Yeah, a lot of young guys on both squads, which should make for some exciting plays, as well as some inevitable learning experiences.
Sharp, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Melton comes in for Williams. Russell against MP. Russell, that's good. Russell's got his second basket of the night.
Just willing that one in. That's a tough shot there by Russell.
Here's West. Kicks it out to Wagner. Back to MP. Releases. Brooklyn pulls it in. And this is their first time matched up with Orlando this year. Watford outside. Russell from outside. And he can't sink that one. He's 2 for 4 in the contest. Magic trail by 5. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Wagner. Here's Black. MP with it. There's the triple. He buries it from 3.
Shooting while in rhythm. MP has a good sense for when to take these quick shots.
Thomas outside. Doesn't go that time.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Cam Thomas getting it done for Brooklyn. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Nets, what do you think, guys?
you can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Banchero out there with Wagner. Then it's Cole Anthony, then it's MP, and it's Black in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big 3. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving. Responding nicely with his own 3, Banchero. This is how competitive this man is.
Melton passes to Wilson. The 3. Melton outside. Second chance effort. It's hauled in by Black. Orlando trailing here. To the inside. Here's Anthony. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
The Nets have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. From deep, Melton. No good, and that makes them 0 for 3. If they score here, they're back in front.
And they've been waiting to retake this lead for a bit.
Here's Black. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Brooklyn has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. MP against Melton. Shot to stop the run. Drains the triple. Melton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pass to Anthony. Back to MP. Inside. Poke loose. Johnson with it. Wagner picks him up. Here's Watford. It's hauled in by Black. The Magic have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Oh, look at MP doing his thing down there.
Oh, my. Powering through the contact. MP just went to work on them in the paint.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Group getting ready for Orlando. Matazes checked in for Wagner. Franz Wagner comes in for Black. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Anthony. And Suggs is subbed in. The first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Brooklyn out in front. They lead by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Welcome to our 2K Sports Studio. The Brooklyn Nets find themselves in quite a battle here tonight.
You look at their success so far, and the result is great execution. They're playing within themselves and within the system.
Which I suppose accounts for the low turnover total. Or that's just me. Okay, so now let's talk about that point guard matchup from the first half.
Yeah, these two are getting after it. They're working overtime to be the guy. They've got each other fired up.
It's almost like they're playing their own game of one-on-one. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for the Nets. 2-point game. So Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. What a fantastic second year for Paolo Banchero, Grant. A bona fide all-star in Orlando.
Yeah, only their second all-star over the last decade. Paolo was incredible during the playoffs, averaging 27, 9, and 4. That playoff experience is big for him going forward.
From deep. Orlando with the rebound. Banchero's got 4 rebounds in the game. Back to Suggs, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Suggs. Nets leading by 7. Thomas outside. Outside, Williams. And again, it's the Nets missing. For Orlando, they've gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. And stolen by Williams. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Thomas. Fires for 3. Orlando with the rebound. Banchero's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now here's MP. Back to Suggs. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Suggs has got 7 points.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
Russell, that's good.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Magic trail by 7. Wagner outside to the middle. Suggs outside. Back to MP. There's a minute 40 left in the third quarter. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
The 3 from Russell. Rebounded by Suggs. Suggs has got his 6th rebound on the night. Russell against MP. Takes the 3. And it's Thomas with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 5. Pass to Claxton. Williams on the wing. Orlando with the rebound.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
Brooklyn shooting a disappointing 38%. Thomas. Soft touch off the glass. Thomas has got 8 points in the quarter.
Now, be careful because he is a rhythm scorer. Thomas has been locked and loaded all night with a full clip.
And here's MP from outside. Nails it from 3.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
The Nets have gotten 6 of 14 shots to drop in this third quarter. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Claxton a screen on Wagner. Williams from long range. Not going to go that time.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
To the paint. Here's Banchero. Yes, Paolo Banchero for 2.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Fires away from way outside. Cam Thomas getting it done for Brooklyn. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be back in a moment. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Orlando trailing here. We've got Banchero. Anthony is out there with MP. Then there's Wagner, and it's Black in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
When MP is having a night like this, you just can't keep him from getting the ball.
Melton against MP. Pass to Johnson. It's rebounded by Wagner. The Magic shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. And Banchero gets it to go.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
MP against Melton. And he converts the layup.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Here's Melton, and that one is hammered home.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
Down low. Here's MP. Oh, MP with the hammer.
Making sure of that one. MP at ground zero.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Now here's Johnson. shoots from the baseline. Orlando grabs the miss. Inside, here's Anthony. And Anthony slams it in.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. So for the Magic, Batase's checked in for Wagner. Franz Wagner comes in for Black. And Suggs is subbed in for Anthony. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you.
They managed to get the rebound, but that's an area where they've been struggling tonight.
MP with it. Pass to Batase. Back to MP. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Suggs. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. With the step back. Thomas against Suggs. The 3 from Russell. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball. .156 left to play in the 4th quarter. Suggs against Thomas. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Suggs. MP, the pass to Suggs. Banchero outside to the inside. And Watford pulls it down. Nets trail by 5. Releases from 15. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Russell. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. MP inside, guarded by Russell. MP, that one's good. MP's got 13 in the second half. And Russell's got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. Watford with a screen. Pass to Williams. Releases. It's rebounded by Banchero. Orlando leading by 5. MP, the pass to Wagner. Back to MP. To the middle. Suggs. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You know, a mix of power and agility helps Suggs beat the interior coverage.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. .50 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. Thomas misses.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
MP no good.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. And that's an intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go.
And the MP is one of those guys you just love watching because he plays with such confidence, hunger, and a smile.
And Brooklyn with possession here.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot, then a quick foul.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle.
Let's hear it for you.
30 seconds left in the fourth. He connects! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Yeah, big-time moment for MP.
Here's Thomas driving in. Rebound by the Magic. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good. And that puts him up 5. Russell to pass to Williams. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Batase. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
He can't be happy with fouling out, but the game seems out of reach anyways.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. From deep, Melton. No good. And so Orlando takes the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves. But at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson.
Way to bring the effort tonight. They don't even know what's coming for them. Things always get spicy when these guys are on time.
He's about to tear it up.
I'm just hoping to get through this game as quickly as possible.
Oh, yeah?
My least favorite assignment of the season.
You hate those guys?
Not particularly, but it's their PR director that I hate.
What's up? Is that a professional rivalry sort of thing or what?
No. We used to date.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, girl, you know I got you.
That's nice. Thanks, MP. But don't do anything you wouldn't normally do. I don't want to be the reason you play out of character.
Don't worry about it. I got this. And this time it's personal. Show night tonight.
To ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to the nearest doctor, security, or arena staff.
Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up with Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Wednesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. Then on Friday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for that Thunder game, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard doing. Play well. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Mo Wagner's checked in for Carter. Black comes in for Franz Wagner. Anthony's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And West subs in for Suggs. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Obi Toppin's checked in for Turner. Aaron Nesmith comes in for Benedict Mathurin. Shepard's checked in for Andrew Nembhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. And recently, MP came out and stressed that he doesn't take these rivalry games too lightly. Winning these games is a big-time priority for him.
And I like the fact that MP set this goal. Not only does it serve to light a fire under his teammates, it also connects him more deeply to the fans because we know how much they care about beating their rival.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking them in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit. And finished off by Shepard.
You have got to take care of the basketball if Mr. Pascal Siakam is around. This guy uses length to create turnovers.
And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, that's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
Well, Doris, before he started playing basketball, Siakam was on the path to priesthood. And there are a lot of GMs in the NBA saying, amen, that he chose basketball.
Kevin, this young man actually attended a seminary and didn't pick up a basketball until he was 16. But even with that, he's built himself into an all-star and a champion. An incredible journey.
The first one falls. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Halliburton's checked in for the Pacers.
I think what's probably surprised me the most about Pascal Siakam is how prepared he is to be the primary scorer for an excellent team in the NBA. This guy has shown no hesitation.
West. And again, unable to change momentum here.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Now, here is Halliburton. He's got 7. Siakam for 3. Rebounded by Anthony.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Back to West. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Banchero dishes to West. Another miss by Orlando. Halliburton outside. There's the drive. And here is Toppin. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Pacers lead by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
In the early going, they've been heat-seeking, very crafty at drawing contact to work themselves to the line.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
They've got Wagner, Banchero out there with Black. Then it's Anthony, and it's West in at the point. This is out there for Orlando. Pacers leading by 3. And for the inside scoop on MP, and I mean inside, let's send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. We know that everybody knows the history between these two teams, all those knockdown, drag-out battles. So I asked MP if he was going to take the high road tonight and try to stay above the fray. He said just the opposite. These guys always show us disrespect. We're going to grind it out and teach them a lesson. Get your popcorn ready. Kevin.
Got it right here, D.A. I'm going to start chopping it down. Familiarity, the right breeding contempt here. That one drops for him. McConnell's got the lead up to 7 now for the Pacers.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Wagner left side. Back to West. Here's Black. Neesmith covering. A nice shot by Black.
And what you like about MP as a playmaker, he has great vision.
Well, here we are, Greg, at the very start of the season, and many teams are still figuring things out.
And Kevin, you can't take any of these lineups as final just yet. Coaches might keep trying some new things, tinkering a little bit, and these teams are very much works in progress.
Now the Pacers moving it up. Here's Neesmith. That one doesn't drop. Great defense that time from Banchero. Anthony kicks it to West. Banchero, a screen on Topman. Anthony can't hit. Pacers leading by 5. Halliburton feeling it out a bit. to the left side wing. Neesmith, the pass to McConnell. 6 to shoot. Back to Neesmith. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Neesmith has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Down low. Here's Wagner. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Now that's a great possession. You set Wagner up down low and let him go to work.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. So for the Magic, Carter comes in for Wagner. And it's Suggs in for Cole Anthony. Indiana also making some changes. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Isaiah Jackson. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Here's Nembhard. Halliburton passes to Neesmith. Pass to Halliburton. From deep. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I'll tell you, you love the attitude of Miles Turner. No one is getting off these shots when he's nearby. No one.
Halliburton, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And it's sent back by Turner. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Halliburton against MP. Turner with a screen for Halliburton. That doesn't go either for Halliburton.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Now, here's Halliburton. Last game out, 36 points for him.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now, that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively.
Orlando with the ball. The Pacers making the shot. Suggs. The shot's good on the assist by West. West has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Halliburton kicks to Turner. Here's Nembhard. Drops in the tray. Nembhard's got 5 points so far.
You can see Turner evolving as a passer. He wants to set his teammates up. That's a pretty look.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. And finished one half of basketball. Indiana out in front, up 6. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details. Things working out so far for the Indiana Pacers.
You look at the numbers, they're getting to the line over and over. Love the determination.
We've seen it before. They can wear an opponent out. Doing it again tonight. Now let's take a moment to recognize our players of the week. Keep an eye on these two. In the East, Karl Anthony Towns.
We got to go to the big man, Catman, meow. Karl Anthony Towns takes this award. 6'11", 250. This guy's the force, especially at the offensive end. Going back to the basket, shoots like a guard. The man is uber talented.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game from Jalen Suggs. Mo Wagner's checked in for Wendell Carter. Black comes in for Wagner. And MP subbed in for Caldwell Pope. And the Pacers also making a change. Neesmith has checked in. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Halliburton, that's good.
Tyrese Halliburton is putting in work right now. This guy getting to his spots and scoring with ease.
And so in the game for the Pacers. The forward spots with Neesmith and Siakam. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. And it's Turner in at the 5. Off the inbound pass. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
When you see a young player with a level of physicality, MP doing work on the inside.
And the second free throw, good. Well, Doris, both you and I had the honor of being in that 2020 bubble in Florida. Any memories from Orlando?
I think, Kev, just how unique the setting was, and I have to give some props to the players. No fans, no normalcy, away from their families for extended periods, and yet they were able to lock in and give us some incredible moments.
What heart by MP, going through contact there and converting.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pacers.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Pacers leading by 10. And a wide open look for Halliburton. Cans it from downtown. Halliburton's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Indiana. West the bounce pass. Halliburton with the steal. And here's the break. Here's Nembhard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
On the Pacers' doors last season, trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a 2-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
And you talk about building a legacy. That's MP's mindset, not just for himself, but for this team.
Now Halliburton, 22 points for him. Shoots it, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Pacers leading by 16. Fires the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Halliburton's got 16 points here in the second half.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And being able to spot up for that jump shot is really a skill MP has improved.
Halliburton inside the three-point line. Rebound by the Magic. Black's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's West for 3. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
The floor spacing ability on display by MP right there.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on MP. Certainly with one of the more unique shots in the NBA, Halliburton gets it done.
You know, Kevin, credit to Halliburton and the organizations he's played for, because a lot of them would have changed or tried to rebuild their shot. Halliburton and his organizations knew the shot worked, and he stuck with it, and now he's one of the best shooters at his position.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Halliburton. The Magic trail by 15. MP going right to the rim.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
1:52 left here in the third quarter. McConnell scanning the floor. Pass to Siakam. Nembhard with it. 13 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Magic shooting 43% from the floor. MP, that's for 2. Almost, but it rolls out. Indiana leading by 13. Inside, here's Siakam. McConnell in the corner. Offline with his 3. The Magic shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. MP, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Back to Nembhard. It's tipped. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. MP finishes the break in style.
MP showing he's willing to engage the contact in the painted area. Overcome the challenges, young sir.
Pass to Toppin. McConnell against West. West with the steal. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Five on the clock. Here's Siakam. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Tyrese Halliburton has been on display for the Pacers. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Wagner is out there with Banchero. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Black. And it's West in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Pacers leading by 11. Now here's McConnell. Pass to Toppin. Here's Halliburton. He's defended by Wagner. Halliburton, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Here's Halliburton. And he makes good on the layup. Halliburton's got 30.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
The 3 from MP. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Halliburton against Anthony. from 6 feet. Halliburton, no good. The Magic trail by 10. Here's West. It's MP muscling his way for 2.
Love the energy that MP plays with. His young legs let him get to the open floor and finish it.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And here we go. MP heading to the hoop. Here's Wagner, and finished off by Wagner.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Lets it go from deep. Toppin can't get it to go. Orlando, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Indiana moving it around. Here's McConnell. And it goes down 2 points. McConnell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's just good awareness from Toppin, willing to get it to the open guy immediately. Love the unselfishness.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Suggs, he's checked in for Cole Anthony. Andrew Nemeth is checked in for Indiana.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Nemhard. He's covered by Suggs.
And you really have to like what they're doing at the line in this half. Free throw percentage now up around 92%.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Magic.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Halliburton outside. This one for 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Wagner's got his 5th rebound in this one. Halliburton against MP. Takes a 3. The Pacers pull it in. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Suggs passes to MP. And here's Wagner. Back to West. Suggs dishes to Banchero. MP kicks to Suggs. They get a hand on it. Halliburton with the steal. It's Nemhard on the wing. Lets it go from the wing. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Banchero's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. A 3 from MP. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And Doris, when you look at Aaron Nesmith, he is someone that has accepted readily more responsibility over time.
There's no question, Kevin, and what I love is he didn't let not playing early in his career affect his outlook. In fact, it almost added an edge and spurred him to incredible improvement. He's an excellent defensive player. He's worked hard to become a three-point shooter. Somebody defenses must now account for from range. Love the work put in.
The Pacers making a switch here. Matherin's checked in. Indiana leading by 11. Halliburton outside. Pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. And Halliburton slams it in.
Well, we're talking about a guard who's got some bounce. Tyrese Halliburton with the hops.
Orlando's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. He got that one up quick. West has got 13 points now in the quarter.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills it.
Halliburton for 3, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Banchero's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. West. MP working it inside.
MP staying focused despite the tight contest.
Indiana's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Halliburton outside. Siakam against Banchero. Siakam passes to Halliburton. And it's Suggs with the rebound. The Magic trail by 8. West at the elbow. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. The Pacers shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. To the paint, he is looking for Siakam and finds him. Over Banchero, and he can't bank that one in. West can't hit. And Mathurin has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Halliburton on the wing. He's defended by Wagner. Drills it from outside.
Yeah, this is his game, right? Halliburton wants you to forget how deadly he is from three-point territory. Look out.
Pass to Siakam. Back to Mathurin. And it's off from three-point range. Orlando's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. A 3 from MP. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. Pacers leading by 11. Halliburton finds Nemhard. Here's Mathurin. Nemhard, the pass to Mathurin. And the shot goes down.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
A 3 from MP. The Pacers pull it in. Now the Pacers with it. They're on a 13-5 run here.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Indiana.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Tyrese Halliburton.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
And Indiana making a change here. Jackson, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Toppin comes in for Pascal Siakam. Neesmith, he's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nemhard. He's perfect from the line this time. Fires from deep. And it's MP with the 3. MP's got 37. Indiana controlling the game. And the foul called on MP. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late. Yeah, and luckily they've got to...
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think,